don't know if I've ever been formally diagnosed with depression. I come from a bit of a depressive family, but also that partly was circumstantial. When I was 6, my brother was 10, and he got hit by a car, and he lived, but his femur was broken in his pelvis, and he was in traction for 6 months in a hospital, and that was my first memory at 6 of sort of things going badly, changing from a happy childhood for the most part. And then my mother suffered from depression after that, so that was for a couple years, and yeah, it just seems like it was an ongoing thing. Like life has always had a struggle for me at some point. And then I hit puberty and I knew I was queer, I knew I was homosexual, and that wasn't a good thing to be in my small town and my family. So I hid that all through high school until I was 21. So I had bouts of success in high school, but also really down times of feeling isolated and different. And then 21, I came out, and my family took a couple years for them to accept it. And then I moved along, and then I had a house fire once my career started, where I lost everything, and then I ended up going on a journey to Vancouver and searching for something, and I came back a couple years later. Then at 28, started a forced sort of relationship with a guy for the first time, which turned to be abusive. For 5 years, I put up with a lot of physical and emotional abuse, and at 33, I finally walked away from that. And at 36, I was diagnosed with HIV, which set my world spinning again. And I started dealing with that, and then I was almost dead with a pulmonary embolism before I started taking the meds, and that was when my whole world it just crashed. Sort of like happened to my mother after my brother's accident. It felt like my whole world had fallen apart. I always sort of kept on, I can keep going type of thing, and then after that, it took me a long time to get back on track.